One truth has remained clear throughout history, across religions, and within intellectual disciplines. Wisdom is a timeless currency, which makes its intrinsic value priceless. If you're struggling to find answers, if you're struggling to change your life for the better, if you're struggling to actualize your potential and become the person you know you can be, this masterclass seeks to analyze the process of acquiring wisdom and its implications on our identity, our earning potential, and our destiny. In the 21st century, we have seen information become as easily accessible as entertainment. This transition has increased the educational opportunities for the everyday individual. However, this surge of information has overloaded most of us due to the sheer volume of sources. As a result, most people tend to immerse in entertainment for hours every day because it's psychologically easier. Subscription services, mindless scrolling, these are the constructs that dominate our attention. And not that any of those are bad, but in this masterclass, I want to briefly highlight the importance of learning, and more importantly, how to approach learning and self-education in the modern age. As technology is rapidly evolving, one principle stands out to me. Lifelong learning is the only path to lifelong earning. What I mean is, 20 to 30 years ago, it was acceptable for hardworking individuals to go earn a degree, join the workforce, and create a stable life. Nowadays, industries are practically compressing decades of societal advancements into a single year. The marketplace is not as black and white as it used to be. Therefore, the one skill set that may help individuals weather through any upcoming seasons of economical growth and instability is personal development. If an individual knows how to equip him or herself with any necessary skill sets, and more importantly, stack multiple skill sets, he or she can adapt to any environment. And if we think about this in practice, if person A comes into the marketplace with a fixed value and person B comes into the marketplace with an evolving value, person B is more likely to be valued within a company. Not necessarily because his or her current skill set guarantees financial compensation, but because they are capable of growing to match the specific needs of the organization itself. Coachability guarantees usefulness. Now, the process of learning involves 4 stages. The first stage is when an individual is unaware and ill-equipped. This is where they lack the mindset and the skill set. The second stage is where an individual is aware, but still ill-equipped. So now they've gained the mindset, but they still lack the skill set. The third stage is where an individual is aware and in the process of equipping. They've gained the mindset and they're developing the skill set. The fourth stage is where an individual is aware and well-equipped. This is where an individual is what I call being prepared. The act of consistently learning ensures you're constantly testing your current perspectives and skill sets against new demands to stay at the top of your game. Constant conditioning is what allows top performers to maintain peak performance. Mastering this balance between maintenance and growth is critical if you seek to dominate your field. But here's the thing. It's much more important on what you learn rather than how much you learn. The distinction between wisdom and knowledge is critical. Knowledge is information. It's data. A majority of knowledge is useless unless you want to win trivia, look smart in front of your friends, or spit out a bunch of facts like an encyclopedia. As of now, ChatGPT can do this exact same thing for free. Wisdom, on the other hand, involves the patterns, conclusions, principles, and techniques that are formulated from that data. Artificial intelligence ultimately seeks to become wise on both the behavioral and cognitive level. Deep wisdom is becoming valued more now than ever. It is what precedes creativity. It is what precedes innovation. The reason being, wisdom oftentimes involves intelligence, functional utility, and practical hands-on application. Think about the difference between having access to Wikipedia medical knowledge and a surgeon's medical knowledge. You'd rather have a surgeon operate on you, not because you can't find the information, but because you understand and appreciate the intelligence the surgeon has trained for years to accumulate and apply into his or her existing mental and behavioral database. A surgeon holds more functional utility than a pre-med student if you're requiring an operation. Therefore, a surgeon holds more intrinsic value in the marketplace. So personal development is really just the acquisition and conditioning of wisdom. It's the journey an individual takes to become an asset of value in both their personal life and professional marketplace. My mission is to become a leader on this front by accumulating, refining, and sharing as much wisdom as I can with as many people as I can find. Overall, the ability to both be coachable and self-educate is becoming increasingly more important in the modern age. As a result, I see the acquisition of wisdom as a lifelong pursuit that must become standardized across industries if we want to match the current pace of economic growth. Not only will one's pace of personal development determine one's functional utility in organizations, but it will also determine one's ability to process the surge of information we discussed earlier. Personal development transitions our thinking into how can I learn more to how can I become more. So to sum up this masterclass with one takeaway, use personal development to increase your intrinsic value by equipping yourself with skill sets and mindsets that can accumulate to create a competitive edge for you in the marketplace. Just some food for thought. That's all I have for you today. Have a great week.